Well, hello, welcome to Drawing with Fire. I'm Valerie, your neighborhood pyrography artist, your home of burning and learning, and I'm joining with hubby.
Okay.
And today we're doing fog and the trees. We're getting so close. I did a bunch of stuff off camera, getting in the background. It's definitely not where I want it right now, and I just realized I didn't turn my pen on, so I'm trying to figure out which pen I want. I'm going to go with the 18S. And we're going to go a little higher heat because looking at my reference, so this is a lighter one. You guys can see it up on the screen. We got quite a few blacks or darks. And we also have to pay attention. There isn't any detail, not really, in this. You're not seeing every single branch. There might be one or two where you see a little bit of it. But these are all going to be out of focus, without any real definition to them because they are further back. And as we go further and further back, you'll notice that things get shorter and even less details. So we're going to start down in, actually I want to start in here. That way I can define the wing away from everything else. So I've got it at 3.5. I'm going to use the 18S. This is on the poplar. I did take the link out of the video description because I'm not caring for this wood and I don't want a whole bunch of people to buy it because I said something and they don't like it either. So, took it out. So let's get in here. And I'm just going to try to be more loose with my strokes, less detail. Now as we're going to get down closer to the fog, one thing I just realized I gotta pay attention to, I'm kind of going along with the rock here, but the trees are up and down, so I need to follow that. And so we're gonna get that in here. Probably should zoom in. Hey Jenny, Andrea, Evil Minx, Spence.
Just Evie.
Oh, Evie. Sorry, Evie. I renamed you. Sorry. Ah, come on. Stay. Alrighty. So let's get this in here. It's not going to be detailed. Just strokes coming straight down. And here, what I need to watch for is it's still dark here at the base of our trees going into the fog. I can even overlap strokes so it looks like there's different heights in the back.
But Jenny actually, she was meant to be working today, but she swapped her day off so she could watch the live.
Oh, aren't you sweet? Thank you. You didn't have to do that.
That's awesome.
I appreciate that. That makes me feel the love. Feel the love. Gonna erase. Yeah, I'm just not liking this wood. Alright, I went a little dark here, but I'm not going to panic. I turned my heat down to 2.5, and I'm just going to blend this out, and then the fog gets down into nothing. So we got to be careful with that. But it takes a little while. It's closer to here, and it's not true white. We do have some color in there. Some tones. We need to be careful and just take our time. Let's put some more trees in.
Evie says that is actually a name that she uses online.
Oh, so I didn't rename her. Oh. She was already named that. So let's get that in there, right? We're not going to see any detail in this. Yeah, any detail. And our fog, I might actually need to do a little sanding, or switch pins actually, for the fog. I'm not liking the stroke. Alright, so just faint. We can go out a little bit so that it looks like we've got more of a triangle type base. We just don't know what those shapes really are. We can't see them. Now down here, We do see a little bit more. And we can just go back and forth on these strokes a little bit. Little zigzag. It kind of breaks it up a little bit.
Dave's Creations is here.
Hey, Dave! And see, these are all different. Some of these I probably shouldn't have gone this dark on. I can always sand. I keep getting something picked up there.
Dave is David, right?
Yes. Yep.
I mean, you know what I mean. Of course, Dave is David.
I do. I'm actually going to turn my heat way down because we have some trees that are more pushed back in the fog, and we want to keep those. And like that. My tip's already dirty.
Yay for the poplar.
I'm going to quickly switch over to the small spoon shader. I think that'll give me more of what I want. And that way it gives my other pen time to cool off so I can clean it.
So is this the last stream with the dragon then?
Tomorrow. We're gonna go over the background mountains where some of the snow is. And maybe a little bit of the sky. And we'll be done. But I will finish this one. I'll record the finishing because I'm going to put all the lives together for a speed video, and I'll have the me finishing this up at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that way they're getting the full piece. Alrighty, so let's just get some of this in there. Now, I bumped the pen down to 1.5. If I want to go darker, I can just slow it down. This one's a little higher, so let's get that higher up there. And it's darker as we go down. It goes into the next tree, and then we've got overlapping trees. And I need to put some stuff in here. It's just going to take a little bit of finagling and finesse. So I'm going back and forth. If you're part of the Drawing with Fire Pyrography group, I made a post. You can go look in announcements. It's the second post now. I did a call for artists because we are going to have a virtual online gallery show. And all the information to submit, and everybody can submit. It's not any particular people. In fact, I like everybody to submit if possible. I got that off. On how to submit to be a part of it. Hoping to have the show up live by June 15th. We're having to build the gallery. So that takes a little time. Now I'm going to go back and darken these. I think it'd be easier if I just lay them in. Kind of the what's what and where. So we got some strokes here. And these are just trees that are behind in the fog. So we're just getting a shadow of them, just a feel. Let's see here. Did I put that? Nope, that's the right one. This one's a little darker. This one's lighter. Just putting the little shadows in. This will get much darker down here. And it does break up, so there's like fog right here. And for here, the tree's lighter. And then it gets darker. And all I'm doing is following what I see in the photo. That's the biggest thing.
So Spence says he emailed his in. Hopefully you got it.
I will have to look. I haven't gotten any notifications of any emails today.
Evie is working on hers now.
Awesome.
So
2 pieces. Your first piece from Burning, and a current one from 2020. Because I know not everybody's like burning right this second. So I wanted to make sure and give some room on that. And deadline is May 31st. Next week. And everybody can join in who's a toasty. I'm only posting that in our group. I'm not sharing it in any other group. And if we get a whole bunch of submissions and it fills the gallery, I will split them up. Because it's going to go on, the show's going to be 2 months. But if we get too many to fill and it makes it feel crowded, then it'll be 1 month for the first set and 1 month for the next set. And if this is popular, then we will do more shows.
Okay.
Let's see, just trying to lay some of this in. And this is where our tree line, where we actually see the tree, is. It kind of fades into the fog. And I'm just following kind of the...
Well, that's only 6 days away.
I've got to get mine done, too. Well, that's when their submission's done.
Yeah.
And I have examples of photos, what to and not to submit. Because I really want this to be a good practice for everybody on how you would submit for an actual gallery or museum. And no copyrighted work. And what I mean by that is like things like Disney, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Skyrim, football teams, baseball teams, nothing like that that's trademarked or copyright. You can, if your first burning is from a Pyrography pattern book, that's totally fine. Because most of those books give permission to post. So that's fine. And once this is done, you'll have the link to give to family and friends so they can come see your art. It's fun to do. So it's just a matter of going back and forth, and then back here in the fog, I got pretty dark, but what I'm going to do is make it look like this is still part of the trees. And then the fog comes down later. You see, this is a little smoother burn. So anyway, may even need to take a little bit of sandpaper to this to lighten it up.
Well, Spence says, thanks for doing that. Dave says, okay, I can do that. And Jenny says, we'll try and organize that. I want to be part of the exhibition. So...
Oh, you don't need to have it framed because in the program I can put frames on this stuff.
Just so long. You've already said this in the post, but it needs to be a good, clear photo with without glare. And actually, you wanted something without a busy background too, right?
Yeah, especially if I'm finding the biggest shape for the very first bird, and this includes me, is an oval walnut hollow. That's the leading 7 out of 8 submissions, I think. For those, anything that has the bark, please have the photo upright, like up against the wall, hanging on the wall, and have it be a solid color in the background. I've been having photos submitted where it was laying down like on a table, and what I'm doing with that is I'm pulling the background so that it will look like it's hanging at home on your wall. So I need clear, solid backgrounds because it'll be faster. That's my main thing. It'll be faster. Let me cool off.
Stephen Bunch says hello.
Hey, Steven.
He's got company, so he can't watch right now. He's going to watch later.
Awesome.
Says, looking good.
Thank you. I don't feel it, but thank y'all. Alright, I'm cleaning off my tip.
Your expectations are...
I know. Guess look how long it took me to make my first GIF.
Yeah.
GIF.
So when I think GIF, I think of peanut butter.
But that apparently is the proper term.
So.
I do not. It's a pain in the tush. And being nice. To get damn carbon off the tip from this board. I don't know why it's such a pain.
Jenny says, amazing how with just a few strokes, you've got that forest looking fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Let me look at it on camera. Now,
it looks fantastic in person, too. Yep, here we go. Expected. So I think that's, the more that you're able to see what you're doing, like you're able to interpret the visual information, like you see it, the easier it is, the quicker it is to replicate it.
Yeah.
And like the more experience you have, the more that you can do with less. So, and I think that that's really important because then you don't end up with things that look overworked. So.
I'm just trying to
says the guy who's not a wood burner.
Well, overworked applies to all art.
I know.
So I'm just trying to get some darker. I switched over to the 18M, and I'll use this till it gets dirty. I forgot, I'm darkening some of the areas that still need to go darker. I used the 2B, and it actually did a pretty good job. Let's get some darker in here. I just want to darken up this area so you guys can see.
Jenny says, LOL, Val, the eternal perfectionist.
Yes, it's painful sometimes.
It's true. But it's benefited me being, like, I wasn't near a perfectionist, but being around you, being with you has forced me
to pay attention,
to be better, to not rush through things, take more time, to pay attention to what I'm doing. So I think that that's really good. Maybe someday that some of my carefreeness will rub off on you. You can't see it, but she's shaking her head no.
You can see it. They got a camera. Oh, am I off camera?
You can see like the top quarter of your head.
I'm sorry.
This is the me show. This is the Hubcap show where I talk and Val does a dragon for me.
I didn't realize it did that. Mm-hmm. There we go. That's where it's supposed to be. Oh, well. I'm sorry.
I thought you were doing that intentionally.
No, I didn't. I didn't realize.
I just work here. I don't criticize.
I didn't even realize. Wasn't paying attention to that. Okay. I thought I had it set right.
No, but now it is.
I'm trying to go across to get. I'm trying as much as possible to follow what the pattern of the actual tree would be. So the limbs would be coming across. So not everything is completely dark. There's breaks in the darkness. At least in the photo I'm looking at. Maybe not so much. And I'm just tapping to get some darks laid down without too much of a pattern.
And here's Burrow.
Hey, Burrow. Let's see here. So we got a tree where we can see the. I'm just using the edge and I'm tapping it in because I don't want to fully straight line, even though it shows in the photo that way. I'm going to kind of break it up a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting.
And that is what we do as artists, because you can, if you're good, you can replicate something technically, but it's the artist that brings a little something extra and makes it more interesting visually. Maybe even adds a message in.
I don't know what my message would be.
Ooh.
What?
She finished the portrait burn.
She did.
Just got to put a finish on it.
She did.
Pressure's on. Oh, she said, Spence. Okay, yeah, I see that.
They have a thing
calling Spence out.
Yeah, they've been calling each other out.
Shots fired over the fence.
Yeah. It's a whole Canadian thing.
Mm.
Alright, let's get that in there.
We're going to be very friendly. Shots fired.
Yes.
Very polite.
Hey, you mind if I shoot you? That doesn't sound right.
What was that?
Very bad.
That's terrible Canadian.
Very, very bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dave is he's mixing pen making and wood burning.
Awesome.
Pen making. Is he making his own pens?
He said he's got a channel now for wood turning.
Oh, that's
so
right.
So he would be wood turning pens. Let's see, let's drag some of this down.
Everyone up here must be online. Oh, okay. Apparently she's lagging big time. So.
But we're not.
We're not. We knock on wood here. Stream's going good.
And then crash.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just putting in, kind of smoothing out, make it a little bit wider.
Burl says, "Oh, happy little trees."
Happy little trees.
They're happy. Till the dragon breathes fire on them.
Until my tip gets dirty. And I'm not a happy camper. Switching pens.
It's true, you're not.
Oh, because it hit me doing this. Well, I've never, ever.
You gotta adjust to the challenge.
Hey, this piece is getting done. Whether I like it or not. Alrighty, I am switching over to the 2B. And clean this other tip. Well, I'm waiting for that to heat up. I'm going to try it. Yeah. I don't recommend this wood, and I've pulled the link, at least from this video. I probably should go back and pull it from the rest of them.
Dave says, yes, I am making my own pens. Jam making. Am I reading that right? Are you making jam, Dave? He says jam making segmented pens. So either jam making is a method of making segmented pens, or Dave is actually making jam. In which case, I'd like to know what kind of jam.
Or he's jamming to music while he's making them.
I suppose so.
Alrighty, so I am at 3 with the 2B. This one, I didn't have quite the issue of the pen getting dirty, so we'll see.
So Jenny says, or not 2B.
That
is the question.
Well, we'll see.
Every time you use a 2B, we need to have something that pops up that says that.
We should.
Or Jenny can just say that in chat. It's your job now, Jenny. You can never miss a live again.
You're stuck. Alright.
It's raining where Burl is.
Rub it in.
Oh. She says probably nothing on TV. So all the Canadians are inside watching. Using the internet.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm just trying to smooth this out and blend down some of the dark. So right now I'm flat on the wood. And kind of coming down. What I don't know is how this is going to look when I seal. Because I don't know what the poplar is going to do. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take my test board and I'm going to seal that first so that I can see. So let's blend these out like this. Make them push back. Blend it out. I'm guessing that the wood is going to get a little darker. In fact, I can show you kind of how dark the wood's going to get based on the denatured alcohol. I can wipe down real quick. And then we can see. I am not happy with how well the graphite is not pulling from this board. Alright.
I'm sure that you'll adapt.
I will.
Even if you grumble a lot.
Yeah, well, I'll grumble a lot. But yes, I will adapt. I will adapt. Let's get that in there. In fact, what we can do is there is a little bit of lightness here and there, like there's fog coming up at the base of these as well. Mm-hmm. So let's make sure we leave a little bit Kind of felt like a spider. It's probably my own hair. But
Jenny says it's wet and cold there. It's just bird.
Oh, it's winter.
Winter is coming.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
She's in Australia.
She lives down under.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could. You know what?
Don't tempt me.
We could winter down under. Well,
I could follow the winters.
We get summer down under and winter here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, summer for us, meaning winter.
Never
Australia.
have a summer?
Never. It's never summer again.
Let's see.
Hashtag never summer again.
I would not be cranky about that.
No.
I'm going to take some denatured alcohol. We're going to wipe down.
Isn't it New Zealand? Isn't that the same? Like, isn't that the same area?
It's right next door.
Yeah. So we go see your cousin.
We could live in New Zealand and go see Jenny.
I am all about this plan. You're telling me that we can go to Middle Earth for the summer? I am 100% down with that plan.
In order for that to happen, this YouTube channel needs to take off.
All
and
right.
then we will travel
I'm talking to you, Toasties.
To the other side of the world.
Get busy.
And have meetups on that side too. How's that? Every winter we will go somewhere winter. Every summer somewhere winter. Yeah. I don't like the heat.
Burl is probably shaking her head right now.
Oh, he's probably wanting to smack me right now. He loves the heat. I hate the heat. He didn't spend 20 plus years in Phoenix. Alrighty. So that's about how much we're looking at the board darkening. Actually, not too much. It is not going to darken, nor is the burn going to darken all that much. This is just denatured alcohol on a shop paper towel.
Looks like it's not coming off. That's good.
Well, the burn's not going to come off, but neither is the graphite.
The carbon does, though.
The graphite is not doing so well.
Did the board just warp in front of us?
Yeah, it's a warped board. But when I go to frame it, it'll be totally fine.
Was it warped to begin with? Did I just notice it?
I did, on this board, I did raise the grain. I'm trying to let this dry real quick. I did raise the grain, just barely. I shouldn't have done this, but I'm also wondering, because of the thickness of the board, it's all the water, but sometimes heat will also make, this is cupping right here. This is the cupping right there. But I'm not stressing about it. Owie. I'm not stressing about it because once I frame it, even 1/8 of an inch around, it will flatten.
Hi, Beryl.
So I'm not worried about it.
Beryl says the angle that you have the board, because she can't see the whole board, it looks like the dragon has a wasp body. I see that.
Has a what body?
A wasp body. And Jenny says, you're welcome to stay here. So, well, stream's over. Get ready, Jenny. We gotta go.
I told you, this YouTube channel has got to, after 4 years, take off.
And how?
If you want to go winter in Australia, New Zealand, or summer there, then this channel needs to start making some money.
Gotcha.
Alright, so we're just tapping in, going back and forth. So I will keep building this area up a little bit. What I also wanted to look at before we ran out of time, let's see, right about here we have some of the darker fog.
It's 6:30.
Alright. I don't know how I feel about these half-hour lives.
I like them.
Well, I know you do, but I finally start getting my groove, and you're like, you're done.
I would say you're done. You're in charge here.
All right, up here, we're going to move up. I know it's not on the reference photo, but I did want to talk about this little mountain back here.
Okay.
Real quick. I'm trying to look at my reference. This mountain right here is very similar to the dark over here. So we can tap this in, but this is not going to be, you're not going to see the detail. Not really. And it's not going to be as dark as this right here. Because we're kind of back in the back. We still have some fog going on. And I hate this wood.
So, Spence, a channel makes money. The more
interaction and watch
times, and of course, larger viewership means more interaction and more watch times. That commenting, liking, that's interaction.
Yeah, but it's mainly watch time.
Yeah, and then you get that watch time, and then the more watch time you accumulate, that's what your income's based on, right?
Yep.
And the more likely that YouTube will show you, which increases your watch time, and then you get things like ads and sponsorships and all that fun stuff.
Well, I'm not worried about.
Oh my God, Jenny just gave you $10.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. You didn't have to do that. You really want us to.
She's gonna want it back when we come visit. She's gonna be like, "Give me that money back."
You got here
and get out. Dave said, "Thank you very much, Jenny."
Thank you so much.
We don't have a Patreon or anything, so
I have a coffee account that is a business account.
Yeah, so
you got carbon right there.
A lot of what Val does, she does out of the goodness of her heart, and because she wants to set the record straight with pyrography. Like, she wants to show how to do the correct and proper way to do things. So
I'll back this out so it's smooth. There we go. See, if you look at it from a distance, it doesn't look so bad.
It looks the same.
No, it does not.
Look, artist.
I am the artist.
You're self-critical.
I am the artist.
To the extreme.
I'm trying to get everything in the screen.
Yeah.
There we go. So I will try to work as much as I can tomorrow. Or before tomorrow. Probably not, actually. The lives always drain me. There we go. So, tomorrow we are going to look at
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you so much. The mountains and the snow up here. It's really not going to be any different than the fog. It's no detail. Watching your lights and darks and where those are placed. This mountain line does get a little darker and it's jagged because you can see like the peaks of the different trees, just so it's a silhouette of the trees just along this ridge. We have a little bit of detail here. So tomorrow, you know what, tomorrow I think we'll work on putting a little bit of this mountain in and touching this mountain because it's the furthest back of all of them.
Okay.
And this one is really light. What we'll do is we'll burn. I'll try to burn right here before the light, fingers crossed. That way, when I go to put this light one in, we'll see the difference. And then when I go to finish this video, I also have to darken everything. Let's see if the wood hasn't been broken in two because it keeps dirtying up my pens.
I'm assuming that would be from you hitting it.
Yes.
See what I have to deal with.
You won't be in the room. Do you not see the vortex up here?
I can barely avoid it. That's why I've been wearing a hat lately. Get tangled up my hair.
Funny.
Actually, I'm wearing a hat because I've got no haircut hair, so it's just easier.
I can cut your hair for you.
I figured if it got to that point, I would just buzz it off.
Probably.
Buzz it off or just go long again.
Alrighty, so tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that all straightened up. Yeah, I'll try to get a little bit more done. Let's see here. Yes, please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment after the video is done. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I see graphite. I gotta erase it. Drives me nuts.
Thank you again for everybody who showed up. Your support is appreciated.
Oh, absolutely.
Like and comment. It's much appreciated and it helps the channel.
Yes, and in a couple of days I shall be releasing my first GIF. And it'll be on Giphy so you guys can use it too.
I prefer GIF even though it's incorrect.
I'm just telling you what the internet said. Don't forget. What do we not forget?
something about who they are.
Who they are.
And
or what they are.
What they can do.
What they are, because they are. You're awesome. You can do this. You're a pyro artist. Happy burning, guys. See you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Arizona time.
Unless we don't see you, then we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Oh, Grand Canyon next week.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye.